All right, everybody, welcome to Best of NWF's Raw After Show, October 26, 2015. This Raw might as well have been called we know how it's gonna end up in the first 5 minutes. We start off with the Authority coming out and congratulating Seth Rollins, and everything was all well and good. I was excited to see who Rollins might go up against next. They explain that they're going to have this fatal four-way. They're going to have a little tournament for this number one contender, and I was just really excited. I'm like, great. Hopefully it's Cesaro or some new guy that's never had a shot. This would be awesome. So many possibilities. And that's when Roman Reigns comes to the ring, and I think we all knew in that moment that he's going to be winning it. And it was really deflating. The crowd was pretty bad all night until the end, but it was real deflating because it's like, why even have these matches? Why not just have Roman Reigns be the number one contender? Like, we didn't even have to have this Raw. We could have just called it, Roman Reigns is the number one contender in the first 5 minutes. We all could have went home and did something else for the next 2 hours and 55 minutes. So, of course, Roman Reigns comes down to the ring, says some corny lines, and then he's going to be in the first match to get into the Fatal 4-Way against Kofi of the New Day. And the New Day comes out. They're rocking it hard. Unicorns, horns up. New Day proving more and more that they are just the best part of Raw right now. They're a great combination of being funny, being just entertaining. It's always something new. It's not the same. They don't come out and just say, believe that. Like, they're every week it's new. Today, Kofi is the magic man, or he's going to make magic, and he's throwing out Harry Potter spells at Roman Reigns. It was hilarious. It was great. You have a Big E pelvic thrusting to distract Roman Reigns. It was awesome. Why can't Kofi get a break? When he was in the Money in the Bank ladder match, I was really pulling for him because I think it would have been a shock and would have been fun. And I think this could have been the same thing. I mean, the New Day is so great right now, and they should have put Roman Reigns against a true heel if they wanted me to they should have had Roman Reigns versus Mark Henry or the Big Show or something, where I already knew Kofi wasn't going to have a chance, so it wasn't like a situation where I would think they'd have less of a chance, because anyone against Roman Reigns, they don't have a chance because he's the next guy. So pretty sad to say, but Kofi stole the show, New Day stole the show, Big E stole the show, unicorn horns up all the way. After that match, we had Cesaro versus Kevin Owens, and this is my first problem with this match. My only problem is the fact that KO is already the Intercontinental Champion. I don't think he should be in this tournament or even have a chance to be in it. I think that could have been Stardust. That could have been a couple other people. I think it would have been a little better of a situation. Cesaro was in full-on beast mode the whole match. He looked straight out of a video game. He was crazy. The crowd was behind him. So much momentum. And, I love Kevin Owens, but like I said, he's the Intercontinental Champion. He should be worried about that. So when Kevin Owens won, it was kind of deflating, but Cesaro looked, he's giving performances that I've just never seen before. I mean, they're incredible. He is incredible. So he loses, and after this, I really was out of Raw. I mean, besides the fact of Roman Reigns, the inevitability of him winning the whole night, I mean, I had a slim hope for Cesaro. I really had a slim hope for Cesaro. So Kevin Owens picked up the win there. Awesome match. I mean, if anything, can we have them feud for the Intercontinental title? So at least there's a match I actually care to watch on Survivor Series. After that, we have the further death of the Divas Revolution. We have another 6-woman tag match. Further killing what could have been one of the coolest things to happen in a long time in WWE. I mean, before the match starts, you have Paige begging Charlotte to be back in the team, and They go out there, they lose to the Bellas, which doesn't make any sense. Charlotte's the champion, and they make her look, well, I shouldn't be shocked, because every champion in WWE besides John Cena is made to look a fool. So it was just ridiculous. And of course, the Bellas pick up the victory, which I don't understand why they need a victory. Where was Team Bad? We don't know. And then you have Paige turning on Charlotte and Becky, which if this was out of nowhere, this would have been awesome. But Paige has already kind of been a heel for the past month. So it just made Charlotte and Becky look just absolutely stupid. And this match was stupid. They look stupid. There's just no chemistry with the Bellas. It's just horrible on every level. I don't even want to talk about it. The Bellas win. After that, we have our next match to get into the Fatal 4-Way. We have Neville versus Del Rio, another situation where Del Rio just won the United States title from John Cena. He should be gloating about that. He shouldn't care about anything else. So I think it was pretty stupid that he was even in this match. It could have been anybody else. Neville, does anyone care when Neville comes to the ring? Because I sure as hell don't, because I know nothing's going to happen. He's amazing, and he gave some great matches in NXT, but what do I care when Neville comes out? He's not going to win anything of meaning. He's probably not even going to win at all. He's going to give a great performance, lose, and go to the back. So Del Rio picks up the victory. And, yeah, so that match was kind of whatever. Like I said, by this point, I was really out of it after Cesaro lost. That really took the air out of Raw. After that, we have the weird and random combination of the Dudley Boys, which have lost all their steam after running into the best part of Raw, the New Day, teaming with Ryback, which, Ryback has improved immensely. He just needs the right feud to kind of get him in the game. Where Cesaro's firing on all cylinders, Ryback's doing good, but he's not perfected in that realm yet. So, but now he's in a 6-man tag. So, of course, they're against Rusev, Bad News Barrett, and Sheamus. I like the team of them. It makes sense because none of them are doing anything anyway. Like I said before, I think Kofi should have won that Money in the Bank briefcase this past year. I think that would have been much more interesting and entertaining the whole year, and he could have lost it, and it wouldn't have mattered. Sheamus winning it. Does anyone care that Sheamus has the contract? I don't know anyone that does, and I don't think anyone will be happy at all when he cashes in. I mean, it's just a bad situation they're in now. So the Rusev, Bad News Barrett, and Sheamus pick up the victory there. Nothing of merit. They're not fighting for anything. There's no reason for this match. There's no reason for me to really care about who wins or loses. After that, we have Bray Wyatt giving his explanation for The Undertaker. And this could be something very interesting, and I really wish that they didn't fight at WrestleMania this past year, because this could have been some real exciting thing for Wyatt and Undertaker, and they could have had this go all the way to WrestleMania. But the fact that Bray Wyatt loses every single feud he's in, he looks made to look like a joke. Do I care that he's calling out The Undertaker again? If they would have had Undertaker Sting at this WrestleMania, and then everything that could have transpired, and Wyatt could have came to pick the bones after Brock Lesnar, that could have been a real interesting story. But I'm still kind of excited for it. If it ends up with Bray Wyatt fully taking over that mantle of the mysterious supernatural being in WWE, because he needs... They're lucky that he's so good at what he does, where he could kind of be he's not bulletproof, but he's definitely shrugged off some big hits. So, he's out there talking about Undertaker. Kane comes out, and Kane has looked bad lately. And, I've always liked Kane's in-ring work. I'm tired of seeing Kane after 20 years, but he looked bad in there, and they beat him down, the Wyatts, and then they took him to the back. So that was kind of whatever. After that, we have our last match to get in the Fatal 4-Way. I think the women should have done something like this as well. They should have done, or at least maybe started a tournament, or at least announced something for SmackDown, something, because, like I said, they look like a bunch of idiots out there. Anyway, so they have Big E versus Dolph Ziggler. Now, out of all the people left, I'm thinking Ziggler probably has the only opportunity to become a #1 contender. We all know Kevin Owens wouldn't be getting it, Del Rio wouldn't be getting it, so I was like, well, will they have Ziggler? Because they're very careful about putting Roman Reigns in there with someone the fans actually like, so their match was halfway decent. Ziggler got beat up most of the match. He did a couple moves where it's like you do these moves every time, those backfire. Like, why do you keep doing them? They don't help you at all. You look ridiculous. So Ziggler picks up the victory. We go to about 15 commercial breaks. And this is something that, like I said before, I hate the month of October. Of course, in the middle of Raw, we have a cancer rally. And hey, I'm all for supporting some charities and all that stuff, but you can't stop your show and then you have this match, this hard-hitting match, then you go to a cancer rally, and then I'm supposed to go right back into watching it. Any other TV show, they don't stop them in the middle of the show and have turn to the camera or the wink and the nod and have a cancer rally. It would ruin the show. They don't do that in movies. They don't do that on TV. So I don't understand why WWE needs to do this. Know what they should do for the month of October? Get rid of the pay-per-view Hell in a Cell and have just a wrestling exhibition between everyone and have all the proceeds go to cancer research. That's it. It's on the WWE network. None of this other crap. Because not only does it take you out of the moment just having a bunch of pink shirts and everything out there, the fact that they allow the heels to come out in the cancer gear makes no sense. Like, why am I booing them? Like, it's weird to boo them at that point, and why would they be out there? Like, how am I 5 minutes later supposed to believe them as like some ruthless bad guy? And it's just silly. So I can't wait. October's almost over, thank God. So for the main event, we have Roman Reigns versus Dolph Ziggler versus Kevin Owens versus Del Rio. Like I said before, I mean, who really has a something going on here? Ziggler, I forgot to mention, he's having this thing with Tyler Breeze, which I think is a mistake. I think Tyler Breeze should have gone after someone else. You have Del Rio just won the U.S. title, so he's not going to win. Ziggler's potentially starting a feud with Tyler Breeze, so he's not going to win. You have Kevin Owens, he's already the Intercontinental Champion. He's not going to win. So who's left? Roman Reigns. And this is the same thing with the Royal Rumble and other matches where Roman Reigns is in. It's like the Cena mentality. It's like we know he's going to win. So when he does win, it's not exciting. I mean, yeah, the kids get excited because they don't know any better, but anyone who's been watching wrestling a while, it's like kind of a big sigh whenever it's like, oh, well, guess he's going to win. So I think this match should have been, all right, you're going to have Roman Reigns in there. Fine. It should have been Roman Reigns, Cesaro, Dolph Ziggler, and Dean Ambrose. That should have been the Fatal 4-Way because that makes the most sense. You have 4 guys that I could believe have a legitimate shot at going for the titles. And, I don't know where they're going with this. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, is it? I mean, I'm happy it's at least not John Cena. I mean, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, Roman Reigns doesn't inspire the masses. He wishes he could have the support of Daniel Bryan or Cesaro, where the fans actually like them. But anyway, yeah. So Raw was pretty disappointing. Best part was Cesaro. He's incredible. He should have been a multi-time world champion by now. He should have won the Money in the Bank. He should be going after Brock Lesnar. I mean, that's how on fire he is right now. I mean, he's on a tear. Wrestling-wise, in the ring, I mean, I hate to say it again, but I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before. People have been on rolls, but Cesaro is just... I think the best thing that happened to Cesaro was Vince McMahon saying those comments about him, because ever since then, that chip on his shoulder has gotten bigger every week, and every week he's just gone out there even harder than the week before. So hopefully this pays off for him in the end, because I'm really getting tired of seeing him just job out to matches. And I mean, at least put him in the Fatal 4-Way. I mean, come on. I mean, even if he's going to lose, I mean, at least let him get a win. Jeez. So... Anyway, so for Best of NWF, this is our Raw After Show. We'll be back for NXT on Wednesday, and we are out.